almost 2 years, House Ways and Means Committee member Congressman Charles Boustany trying to get answers from the IRS. And today, he heard from the IRS targets.
How did you find out that your donor list had been leaked to the IRS?
It appeared on the website by the Human Rights Campaign, which is our principal political opponent.
So somebody in your organization happened to be looking at that?
Somebody called it to our attention. We saw that. We saw that there were the redactions. This was on March 30th of 2012. Within a few days, our computer forensic people had been able to unlayer the redactions, and we saw that it came from within the IRS itself.
I could say, and it's pretty evident here, that we've seen egregious abuse, intimidation, certainly mismanagement, and this cannot be tolerated. It cannot be tolerated in our system of government. We've got to get to the bottom of this. We've got to get to the facts of what happened, and those responsible will be held to account under the fully under the law.
Congressman Boustany joins us. Nice to see you, sir.
Good to be with you, Greta.
And of course, you had the exchange back in March 2012 when then Commissioner Schulman said that there was actually no targeting going on at the IRS.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing that he had an opportunity to come clean at that point in time, because at this point in time, there was an investigation ongoing in the IRS because of allegations. We know that someone in the Washington office was sent down to report back as to what was happening in the Cincinnati office, and yet we heard that testimony that he absolutely denied any of this was going on. That's just unacceptable, and we will get to the bottom of it.
Okay, that's March 2012. Let me back you up, and actually let me go down the chain of command a little bit to the Chief Counsel, William J. Wilkins. Was he aware of what was going on at the Chief Counsel of the IRS?
We believe he was. We know lawyers working in his division were aware, and we have to believe that he was made aware of this. I mean, something of this nature raises serious red flags.
It's been reported, at least by National Review, that the Inspector General's report says that his office was notified. We don't know him, but that's August 2011. So 6 months later, when the commissioner, then Commissioner Schulman's testifying, he categorically denies absolutely no targeting, but we know that his lawyer's office within knows at least 6 months earlier. And of course, we've got Lois Lerner.
Right. Well, we're closing in on this because we've now interviewed some of the Cincinnati people. We have some of the remaining ones to get to. We're doing that this week. We're going to work this thing from the ground up, and everybody's going to be talked to in this. We're going to get their interviews transcribed, and we'll get to the bottom of it.
The two gentlemen who are just here, who have two different, one's been waiting 29 months to get authorization. Obviously, they at least think jerked around that they haven't responded. And the other one, whose organization's tax return and donor list appeared on a website, and with the IRS indication had come from the IRS. What are you going to do? Are you going to get criminal investigations of their case, or make sure that's done?
We're looking to do that, and right now we're trying to get all the facts, and so they're going to take time reviewing the documents that we're finally starting to get at this stage of the game. And in fact, Chairman Camp and I met today with the new acting commissioner, who has pledged his full cooperation in this endeavor. We will hold his feet to the fire in this, but we want to get the information. We want to connect the dots, get the facts on the table, put it out there in front of the American people, and those who broke the law will pay. All
right. You have the new acting commissioner who's only been on the job since I think May 22nd. Here's what I don't get. Apparently, he has added a lawyer to advise him on scandal response. Why in the world are we paying for another lawyer at the IRS? He's gone out and hired another one. I mean, is this just like an employment hiring for the IRS? Isn't there a lawyer within the IRS that could do this, that he doesn't have to go out and hire, and now we get charged to investigate our own investigation?
Well, I can only surmise at this stage that he wanted to bring an outside lawyer in because we don't know who was involved in this.
Why does he need a lawyer? I mean, just step up to the plate. He's brand new. He doesn't have anything to do with it. He came in on May 22nd. He wasn't even from the IRS. He's got nothing to hide. He just got there. So why does he need a lawyer?
Well, he probably needs legal advice dealing with this.
How about just tell the truth? What happened? Yeah. Find out what happened. People, you guys can subpoena people, or you can call them up and let them testify. I don't understand. It's like now this investigation gets bigger, and the taxpayers get put more on the hook, not to mention all the conferences we pay for.
Well, we're going to follow this thing all the way up, and we're not going to let up until we get the answers. This is too big, Greta, because I mean, dealing with the IRS, the agency that deals directly with people, can destroy anybody in this country. Because
well, you heard Congressman McDermott's response. I mean, he said something like, well, you know, you could still do your work or something. I mean, he didn't understand what it means to get jerked around by the IRS. And I've talked to enough, you know, people across the country. They get scared when they get a little notice of deficiency.
Yeah, anybody does. I mean, it's frightening, and this can't be tolerated. This agency has to be called down on the carpet, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to clean house in this, and this is an opportunity also, in my opinion, for Congress to really step up and do the legitimate oversight to correct these deficiencies, to hold people to account, and also to make sure that criminal prosecution occurs if indeed we do prove that the federal law was broken, which there's pretty good evidence so far to suggest that that's the case.
Congressman, thanks, sir. Always nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Now to tonight's